everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Chuck. I am your host, and on this episode, we are going to be traveling to Anaheim, California. And Anaheim, as you all know, is the home to Walt Disneyland. However, stop there. We're not going to Walt Disneyland. Instead, and more importantly, we're going to be going to BOTTLE LOGIC Brewing. We're going to be tasting and reviewing their Hanamache rice lager. Now, if you haven't guessed it already, Hanamache is a Japanese word. It roughly translates to flower town, and it refers to the Japanese geisha district. Now, Japanese lagers. So this is going to be Bottle Logic's take on a traditional dry Japanese lager. So what do I mean by that? I'm talking beers that are similar to Sapporo, Asahi. You know, beers. These beers are generally really crisp, really clean, really light, and really, really dry. So here is the can, which is a very cool can, by the way. Hanamache. Very, very cool can, very cool labeling, very cool artwork. Now, on a side note, I just want to touch on this because I did mention rice. Now, the first thing, it's brewed with rice. What do I think of? Well, sake, because traditional Japanese sake is brewed with rice. But on a little sidebar, I just want to get this out of the way. I am going to be delving into sake pretty soon on these episodes because sake is really, really similar to beer. And I know some people refer to sake as a Japanese rice wine. That could not be anything farther from the truth. Sake has nothing in common with wine, but it has a lot in common with beer. Mainly the fact that they're both brewed. Obviously, that's made with rice and using different ingredients, but I just wanted to kind of throw that out there for reference, get that out of the way really quickly, just kind of clear up some confusion. But we will be touching on sake in future episodes. But however, back to this beer at hand, the Hanamache Rice Lager. So this beer clocks in at 5% ABV. It's got a really, really low IBU of only 15, and it's made with some Magnum hops and some Sorachi Ace hops. Not to be confused with the hot sauce Sriracha. No, Sorachi. Sorachi, I believe. Sorachi Ace hops. So I'm going to get this open, and let's see. I bet it's going to be really crisp and really dry. But let's crack this open, and let's see how they did. Zero smoke on the can. No, just a tad of smoke coming out. The very last second. Let's give this a nice pour here. Oh, I can actually hear the carbonation pouring on this. Oh, look at that color. Almost a clear, almost a clear white. It's a very light shade of yellow, almost a clear white. There's about half a finger of carbonation on this. Let me give this a swirl. We'll give this a nose. Okay. As I figured, as with most Japanese style lagers, not a whole lot going on in the aroma. I'm getting some starchy, sweet rice. A little bit of biscuit and a slight hint of grass. I have a feeling that the flavor is actually going to mimic this, so I'm going to give it one more swirl to open it up just a tad, and let's give it a swig. Yeah, absolutely. Super, super light-bodied for starters. Yeah. Super dry. This is a dry beer, as I figured. It's a dry beer. And like I said, the flavor profiles are very similar to the aromas. Not a whole lot going on, but with what is going on, as I said, there's a little bit of sweet rice. There is a little hint of lemon. A little bit of that, the biscuit notes are coming through. And there is just an ever so slight bitterness at the very end from the hops, but it's barely noticeable, but it is there, but it really tiny. So Honestly, this beer would pair excellent with sushi. It would pair excellent with maybe some steamed mussels. A perfect seafood accompanying beer absolutely would knock it out of the ballpark. However, though, with that being said, I mean, it's an average beer. I mean, it's good. I would definitely seek it out and try it. But honestly, I'm only going to be giving this one a 6.5 on the pint meter, and there's a few reasons why. It is good. It's very tasty. It's very clean. It's very easy drinking. Super light. No problem there. But it is exactly what it's supposed to be. It is a dry Japanese lager. It's very simple. However, you could go by a Sapporo or an Asahi, Kirin, and you could put it right next to it, and it'd be hard to tell the difference. And those beers would probably be a little cheaper too. So while this is not a bad beer by any means, I do recommend it. I recommend trying it. I also would definitely recommend pairing it with some sushi or some seafood. But on that token, that's going to wrap this up. I'm going to take one more sip. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and putting up with my I was talking a little bit on this one, but that's okay. It happens. A little more information for you. But thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like the episode, please give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Maybe leave a comment down below. And as always, you can follow me at the website, www.pubstohaveapintin.com, or at the blog, which is www.pubstohaveapintin.blogspot.com. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Cheers, prost, and enjoy.